Meanwhile, it seems that Sri Lanka is in fact on a bit of a selling spree. First, it gave the Hambantota port on a 99-year lease to China. And then it okayed the port, Colombo Port City, a $1 billion mega project funded by China. And now the island nation is in fact mulling a law to enable the Sri Lankan citizens to sell land. Some in Sri Lanka fear that people in debt would be tempted to sell the land to the highest bidder, possibly even to foreigners. Now, given the competition between China and the United States for influence in Sri Lanka, some political parties opposed Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe's claim that it would allow American multinational companies to own large tracts of land. Now, the centre of the row is the Draft State Land Special Provisions Bill, and the government tabled it in the federal legislature on the 28th of June. But already many lawmakers have moved the country's top court against the bill. The Sri Lankan media cited the SLFP General Secretary Dayasiri Jayasekara as alleging that although it appears that the bill is progressive and people-friendly, in reality it is an attempt by the government to allow foreigners to purchase land in Sri Lanka. Now, the opposition claims that Sri Lanka has always given land on a permit to farmers and others, but when ownership of the land is transferred via a deed, then the land can be sold and used for different purposes altogether rather than for agriculture. But the United National Party of Prime Minister Wickremesinghe maintains that the bill will allow poor families to utilize their land more productively. A UNP lawmaker, Tushara Indunil, is reported as saying that the people possess only a permit but no deed to legally claim ownership of the land. Now, in such a situation, they'll find it difficult to put land to productive use or use the land as collateral. All right, now, according to government sources, the United States is seeking a rollback on the heavy tariffs imposed by India on almonds and 27 other American products, including American walnuts and American apples, for which Indians have, of course, developed a taste for. The Assistant U.S. Trade Representative for South and Central Asia, Christopher Wilson, and Deputy Assistant Brendan Lynch are in Delhi to resolve the festering trade issue. However, the government sources have said that in exchange for a rollback on the tariffs imposed by India on U.S. products, India will also seek access into U.S. markets for its farm products, and the U.S. may agree to India's import rules on dairy products. Last week, remember, the duty was increased from 23 cents per pound for in-shell almonds shipped to India to 27 cents per pound. Now, for almond kernels, it went up from 65 cents per pound to 78 cents per pound, adding fresh trouble for California almond growers after China had imposed a steep 50% tariff on American almond imports. Now, according to the U.S. Department of Agricultural data, India is in fact the largest purchaser of U.S. almonds, paying a whopping $543 million US. That is the amount of U.S. almonds that are consumed by Indians. Now, this is more than half of U.S. almond exports for the year 2018. The tariff war, which began when U.S. President Donald Trump, through a presidential proclamation, withdrew duty-free benefits to Indian exporters worth $6 billion, further aggravating the trade tensions. India at that time had retaliated with long-pending tariffs on U.S. products. While exclusion of India from the Generalized System of Preferences scheme could be seen as the beginning of the U.S. hardening its stance towards India, the U.S. is India's largest trading partner with a total trade surplus of almost about $16.8 billion US.